Today I'm going to be talking about the Tarahumara Indians, and in the book Born to Run by Christopher McDougall, they are known as maybe the healthiest and most serene people on earth and the greatest runners of all time. This may not seem that interesting, but I'll show you why it is very interesting. So they are known for their persistence hunting, and back about hundreds of years ago when antelope were still in the Sierra Madres, they were able to chase down antelope, and because they didn't have any of the weapons, they were able to use their skill of running to follow them for a long, long time until they fell from exhaustion, and oftentimes when they finally came down, their hooves were completely worn down because our human race is so much more capable of running long distances than any other mammal on Earth. And they're also known for running up to 500 miles a week, and not only 500 miles a week without our Nike shoes, they are either running barefoot or with huaraches, which are made out of old tires. So why I am a credible speaker on this topic is because I myself am a cross-country runner, and so I'm really more in the modern day world of distance running. So I get new shoes every 3 to 4 months because they want to have all the support and stuff, and then my diet consists of more of carbs and of meat, and then I run up to 50 miles a week. So our running is obviously very different, but you'll see more on how different their lifestyle is and how they're much more capable of running long distances. So this presentation is going to be beneficial to you because a lot of people all the time are always saying, oh, I can't run, that's just impossible for me. It's not. Our body is made to run. Studies have shown that our feet, muscles, and our cooling system are actually what allow us to run farther and faster than any other, well, not faster, but farther than any other mammal on Earth. So today I'm going to be talking about the Tarahumara Indians, and including their culture, running, and diet, and how they're set apart from the rest of society. Quote, in the Tarahumara tongue, humans come in only 2 forms. There are the Raramuri, those who run from trouble, and the Chabochis, those who cause it. This may seem like a really black and white view of the world and how people are, but they have many good reasons to feel that way about people from the outside world. So in the past 400 years, there have been a lot of cruel things done to the Tarahumara Indians. The Spanish silver hunters would stake claim on their land by decapitating their tribal leaders, and the Wild West bounty hunters would just massacre them because they didn't want to have to deal with getting through them or talking to them at all. And then missionaries who came to convert them to different religions, instead of promising them a long life full of happiness, they ended up bringing them death through the Spanish flu. So this is why they wouldn't really trust people from the outside world. And their culture now is, some of their clothes that they wear are, the men wear loincloth held together by a wool girdle and a long, loose, full-sleeved shirt of cotton and a cloth headband. Both the men and the women wear the cloth headbands, and you can just observe it through the pictures. And then the women wear full layered skirts with blouses worn loose at the waist and a cloth headband. They're really shy from the outside world because of those things that happened in their past. And when Christopher McDougall, the author of Born to Run, spent time with the Tarahumara Indians, he learned several things. Some of the comments he made were, before approaching the Tarahumara cave, you have to take a seat on the ground a few dozen yards away and wait. You have to pretend like you were just sitting there and happened to come upon them and you weren't looking for them. The Tarahumara like to be visible only if they decide to be. Laying eyes on them without invitation is like barging in on someone naked in the bathroom. To the Tarahumara, asking questions is a show of force, a demand for possession inside their head. So they have a very different lifestyle than we do, and their culture is much different than ours. Now that I've discussed their culture, I will show you guys a very informative video about their running style. But first, how many of you guys think that you can run more than 5 miles without stopping? Okay, so only a few of you, and that makes sense because of the way our society is run today, but they could do that probably from age 4. Let's watch this video. Oh. We're not going to watch a video. I'm going to talk about it. So they run up to 500 miles a week, but then the longest known runner was actually doing 420 miles over a 48-hour time period, and that's equivalent to running from New York to about mid-US. They had it on a map in there, but I don't have the video. and they run completely barefoot, and that's why they're known as the Tarahumara. It's kind of like a word for running long distance barefoot. And now I will go on to their diet. And so what do the Tarahumara eat and drink? How do they fuel themselves for this long distance running? They have a largely plant-based diet, but they also have small amounts of meat, and the meat comes from things like the sheep, beef, goat, and freshwater fish, but that only accounts for about 4% of their diet. Everything else is plant-based, and it's very protein-rich vegetables. A 1979 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that their diet exceeded the UN's recommended daily protein by over 50%. So in our world, you would think, oh, protein, I need to eat meat, but you can exceed it by more than 50% by just eating vegetables. Now, this is where they get kind of more interesting. They have a Mardi Gras approach to carb loading. So they will drink 3 to 4 liters of corned beer, and that's how much it takes to get intoxicated. Some people can get drunk off of like 2 beers or something, maybe more than that. But they have to drink a lot more, and it's full of carbohydrates and it's full of hydration. So that is one of the explanations for how they're able to survive for so long and have such great endurance. To review, now that I have talked about their diet, I'm going to go over some of the things that I've taught you guys so far. They have a quiet, peaceful, yet also wild culture. They are very long distance runners, and they have a plant-based diet. And so now hopefully we never get into the position where we have to chase down animals for food, but just know that if you, from your natural abilities, you would be able to do it.